I don't know if y'all remember HJ that came from Colorado. And they just came, showed up at church one day. They basically, and I asked Kenny because he's known them for a long time, if he would share a little bit and tell you a little bit more about them, because I've really felt led by the Lord to kind of sow into them, because they're doing a very difficult ministry, and I think they have asked. He constantly is texting me and telling me what's going on, things they were requesting prayer for, and he told me even while they were here they felt connected to here, and they said we would like for you to be a covering for us, and we've never really given anything to them other than just prayer, and they haven't asked, which is pretty cool. I mean, everybody tried to buy some things, but well, I'm going to let you explain what their ministry is and what they're doing. But I would like to just ask us, I know today's at spur of the moment, and you can do it next week as well, but to pray about this, I'd like to sow into them. They're pretty much giving their life to their ministry. And she is going back to law school to get a degree, to get her law degree, in order to help young girls that are being trafficked, sex trafficking. And this is what they're working in. We can't, from our little group right here, do all things, but man, we can support the things that we can, that we're in connection and relation in, that God's put. So we not only are we, through this little group of people right here, impacting China, impacting Africa, impacting Colorado and the world in sex trafficking. We got Gracie right now, and whatever God knows that name of that place is, some staying over there and next to Russia and China. That's right out of this house, that through that ministry, that day that they came, answered the prayers that Gracie had been praying and what God had already shown her, and didn't have a clue what it was. So, I mean, it was an amazing thing. So Gracie is there right now serving. So out of this little group of people, I mean, things are happening. And the thing about it is, who knows? Who knows who's next or what's next, what God's got in store.
Yeah, with HJ and Joy. HJ is working with Kairos Traders. If you remember when they were here, he talked about that and all the things that they sell that are manufactured in other countries by underprivileged women or women that are vulnerable to trafficking or women that have come out of trafficking. And so he's working with them on the marketing side of things, and he's also teaching a class out there at YWAM called Business as a Mission. And so specifically they're trying to set up things like coffee shops in Southeast Asia or anywhere throughout Asia, in places where there are vulnerable peoples, to give them jobs, especially. So a lot of these ladies kind of get conned into it because they're so poor and they're really just looking for a way to feed their family, and then all of a sudden they're trapped and there's no way for them to get out. But if they had an opportunity, you could actually head it off at the front end by giving them a real job, by that kind of thing. So that's what HJ is specifically doing, and Pastor Mike talked about what Joy is looking to do. She's currently going back to school, and that's they are not getting paid to be there as part of the missions team. They pay rent to stay on the base there. They pay their own groceries. It costs them to stay there every month. Our little church, when we were out here on the hill, we had kind of adopted them, and we poured into them. Then when the Lord disbanded that thing, it felt natural that we kind of help you all to adopt them too. And I would just like to encourage you guys to press into them, send them an email, send them a letter, let them know you're praying for them. They're solid people. They're doing the Lord's work, definitely.